channel English Lovers by Honeydee. Dear friends, today we are going to do our next chapter that's based upon technology. Let me just open the PDF file that we have. Um, just wait for a second. Vocabulary. So I guess as far as I remember, we had this PDF. Let me just take it out. Yeah, I think I have to change the title also since there were different other words that were to be actually talked about. Right now, I think I have to go through different things like what topic was on the discussion forum. I guess I forgot that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this is the one. So we are on the right chapter. Let's start that. And I hope the screen is quite visible to you. So, welcome back to the live stream. We will discuss the words that are down there, and main topic of discussion today is technology. I'm really sorry for being quite uh, absent during these days. I'm quite busy, so I'm not getting that amount of time to, provide lessons for learning. I'm sorry for that, but um, with the passage of time, I hope so that I would be consistent enough, like providing you at least a chapter so that you can actually work on that and improve yourself as per your vocabulary is concerned. Not only the vocabulary, but also some grammar lessons are on the chart, and then I'm still actually fingers crossed. Like I'm just thinking how to go about them. Um, I would be actually taking all those lessons one by one um, as soon as I'll get some fixed schedule, and as it will be done, we will be already with the usual classes that I used to have earlier. I hope I have resumed that. Yeah, it's resumed. So, so the topic of discussion today is technology. So we have the word technology, which is our main topic. So the first word that comes to the fore is the digital era. So when we say digital era, what does it stand for? Like the era which is based upon the binary digits or which is a computer age. Like obviously we know that the computer works um, on the basis of that only, and one of the primary or what we say fundamental basis of computer that stands for 0 and 1, that digital era. So when it comes to the computer age, digital era, or the new media age, they are one and the same thing. These three words are one and the same thing. There is no difference between them. So you can alternatively use them, um, like in your writing sentences or in your speaking world, in any sense. Now let's look at one example that we have for the digital era that is used in the form of a sentence. Let's see that. The arrival of the digital era was so rapid. Rapid stands for fast. So the arrival of the digital era was so rapid that we have not yet managed to cope with all the consequences. So what happened in the digital era was that, like, the information became unsurmountable. It became so huge that the people cannot, or could not, sorry, could not digest that one in the microseconds or the micro hours or micro days or micro years. So it required a lot of time to digest all such information. So it had obviously the consequences, um, since the arrival of the digital era was so like fantastic that the people could not, manage to actually gather that whole information in, like, a small time period. But that kept on happening, and the people were trying to understand that, like, how we need to actually handle that whole thing up. So people became usual and updated with the passage of time. So the another three words that actually, which are correlated or interrelated, we can say, with the digital era. uh, these three words are innovation, breakthrough, and revolution. Very easy, and even very interesting one to know. I must tell you that when we say or speak any word, it can be used in different forms. Like, if we say it in the place of a subject, then it will be acting as the noun form. But when we actually place it in the action form, the even the form will get changed, even the structure of the word will get changed, uh, and even the placement of the word is also going to get changed. So we have to keep in mind in which form are we using the word. Here we are talking about the word innovation. Innovation is an act of introducing something new. If we are bringing something new into the action, or the use of technology comes into play, like something which is a new formation into the usual business of life, then we are providing something new to the people which are working in the organization. So they have to update themselves, their skills have to be updated, they have to be innovative. So here I made the word innovative. I'll write it on the screen. Inno, sorry, uh, innovative. So as far as the word is concerned, we know that very clearly that what form of the word it is. It's an adjective form. Innovative is different from innovation. How it is different? Obviously, based upon the definition of the word, based upon the definition of the lexical word, it will be used in the sentence. So when I say innovative approach, or the employees must have the innovative approach towards the working conditions. So here innovative is used with a certain noun. So that's quite clear that it is describing the noun, then definitely it will be an adjective. So it all depends upon, like, how we are using the word in the sentence and how we are making the use of um different other forms especially when it comes to talk about any of the word, we should think of all the four forms whichsoever are possible. If we don't know about the like possible forms of the words, then definitely we have to look into dictionaries, we have to look into the different sources. And as per my information is concerned, I have already told many of the students about one of the application which is very fantastic and beautiful one to be actually gone through. uh, I think that's word hippo, so anyone can download that one. Even in it's available for the Android users, like iPhone users. They all can download the same application and can enhance the vocabulary that is there. So innovation is an act of introducing something new, and we observe rapid dramatic changes in our lives also. Sometimes we feel good and sometimes we feel bad. But this good feeling and bad feeling cannot be called as innovation. Innovation is something like when you know that there is a usual way of doing something and you're trying to do it in a different sense or different way, but your results are better and you are getting the results better than before, then definitely you are utilizing some new methods. So you're utilizing your innovation into the action or execution. So that's the main fundamental to be known to, like how can we use the word innovation. And then there is another phrase or the another combination of the two words, we can call it a double word, that is technological revolution. What does it stand for? Revolution, we know that what is revolution. We know that about the revolutions of the earth, we know the revolution of the sun, we know the revolution of moon, we know the revolution of different planets. So revolution is very clear word. When something actually goes round and round and make a full revolution, or it revolves around something, or it revolves on its own or on its own axis. So that's also revolution. But here the term technological revolution stands for something dynamic change. When there is a dynamic change or technological change that arrives in the lives of the human beings, then there we can say that when there is a technical change, or if we really want to simplify the word, that's very common one, the methods of life or the ways of life when get changed um, in plenty or hugely gets changed, then we say technological revolution is placed over there, or even we can actually experience a technological revolution in a sense. So it could be it could often be triggered by a breakthrough, like technological revolution. For example, if we say um, the kind of computers that have arrived during our time, I remember that one. When I saw the computer for the first time, I was astonished that yeah, such things were existing, and I was not aware. So I was in my fifth standard when I saw it for the first time. I never saw that computer before. So that was a very simple computer, and we were doing only basic activities on that. We were learning basic language into that. Uh, and then there was a separate CPU, and there was a separate like keyboard, mouse, and before that even there was one old method that was there, abacus, or some oldest of the computer, what we say. Or and I remember some of the like whom we call the father of computer, the Charles Babbage or something, like the name was there. But what I try to what I'm trying to tell you right now is there was a revolution. Like earlier something was there, then became something else, and now we know that the things are getting changed a lot. We got laptops, and even the windows are getting changed, inside softwares are getting changed, and how the things are getting together, and like how the things are getting done faster, is I would say that applausible. People are actually trying to, or even the people in the field of technology are trying to actually help the needy ones or the normal human beings to do the task faster than the usual. So sorry for that. That is also the technological revolution. So it's a breakthrough. So every time, now and then, we get a breakthrough. Like for example, if we talk about the breakthrough word, so in a normal day-to-day activities, we listen to this word in the vocabulary of cricket. So breakthrough is something like, the things are getting usually done, and all of a sudden you are getting, bringing something new to the business. And for example, a bowler has gotten a wicket, so that's also, like, players, the batsmen are playing for long time, and they're not getting out, and all of a sudden, a new bowler came into the place and is trying to actually get the wicket and has gotten the wicket. The person has provided the breakthrough to the team, for the team. So that's what it means, like, using the innovation, using the technological revolution. So technological revolution is basically like advancement of technology into your daily life. So that's the breakthrough. Then there is another term called cutting edge. Cutting edge, and then oblique rocket science or tech savvy. So tech savvy is a very beautiful word. Everyone should know about it. Tech savvy is the person who is quite aware of technology in his field or her field. Whomsoever knows, like, more into the study of technology or science, or knows the methods that are getting used in any work, so that person is tech savvy. So the same kind of vocabulary, like you see adjective cutting edge, basically means the most advanced, latest, or the latest. The person, or can be a thing also. Okay. um, that can, like, altogether can be used as a noun, like cutting edge. But here it's in adjective form, cutting edge. you know for example, cutting edge technologies. Technologies in that sense would be a noun, and cutting edge is used before, so it is describing what kind of technologies are we talking about. If we talk about the cutting edge technologies, then definitely it means the latest technologies. So cutting edge technologies is equal to the latest or the most advanced technologies. And then we say, like, if we talk about rocket science, what exactly it stands for is, like, it's little less formal expression, which means an activity requiring considerable intelligence and ability. Considerable intelligence means whatsoever required amount of intelligence, or the amount is too much. When intelligence required is too much and more than sufficient, then that is considerable intelligence. So if something requires considerable intelligence or ability, then we say sometimes, like, even in our daily life, like, it's not a rocket science. It's not something new. It's not something most advanced. It's not a rocket science. Like, reading books is not a rocket science, or having a taste in reading books is not a rocket science. Okay. So when there is something new into that, or people are trying to understand things faster, that means they are tech savvy, and they are dealing in the, like, rocket science kind of life. So there they we can use in that way the word rocket science. But when we usually use the word rocket science, we simply say that, you know, it's not the rocket science to, know something like that. Sorry for that. Yeah. So there is one example giving for the cutting edge. What is that? Let's read that. We also work with universities and other experts to ensure that we remain at the cutting edge of technology. Cutting edge here stands for the most advanced technology. So the latest version of technology would be called as cutting edge. Then we have tech savvy. The millennials are tech savvy nowadays, like whomsoever are from like that particular time period. So they are tech savvy, they are thrifty, and they are more likely to stream entertainment online than other Americans. So we got another term called cloud computing. So it's a very beautiful term, and every computer teacher teaches that to the students of even a high school. So, what does it stand for? So, it's a buzzword somehow, like in the recent decade. It's a buzzword, like people love that particular word, cloud computing. So, for the simple explanation, it's very common thing, like means that instead of using all the applications physically installed on the computer, you can access them over the internet. When you do not require um, all the applications like being installed in the computer, and then instead of that one, and that you're using it over the internet, you have the internet services, and then you're using it, then that's cloud computing. They are provided as a service by another company, it's a third party, and it applies not only to the computer programs but also to the hardware capacity. So like the Google Docs. So for example, if we are actually typing down anything in the Google Docs, it will be saved online. But if you want it offline, it will be changed into the different forms the way you want it. For example, you want to change the Google Docs into the PDF form, you can do that, or whichsoever version you want it into, then you can do that. That's up to you. So the Google Docs service allows readers to upload documents, spreadsheet, and presentation to Google's data servers, and serves as an example of the cloud computing. So that's one of the beautiful example for the cloud computing. Then we have another two words, like one is wireless and one is mobile. So what is that? One is wireless and other is mobile. So do they not have the same do they have the same meaning? Yes or no? Sometimes you can use either, like you can say wireless, or sometimes we say mobile. But very common difference which we can actually analyze by our like common sense. Mobile is something like which can be moved from one place to another, and like in simple words, if we talk about, like, mobile is a word to describe the nature of device. The mobile service or the mobile device is one that can be taken anywhere, that which we can actually take to a different place. And on the other hand, wireless does not mean mobile. It does not mean that it can be taken from one place to another. Many non-mobile devices can connect to wireless networks. So that's the common difference between both of them, as well as the mobile devices. And it's very common difference. Then we have the different other words. One of the beautiful word that we have, with us is user friendly. Like some of the terms that I'm going to talk about now are those one which you can actually use in your daily life and you should know about them. So one of the term is user friendly. What does it stand for? User friendly. So if you see the combination of this word like user and friendly, it's quite like common to understand, like something which is quite friendly to the person who is using it. So which is quite easy to learn, like anyone can understand that one, any layman can understand it. So it's user friendly. So whomsoever uses, the person is able to use it very easily, easy to learn, use, understand, or deal with. Then another term that is very beautiful one is computer literate. Quite common one, but still, if we use this combination, it looks quite different. Like normally, if we say the person is quite knowledgeable in computers, then it would be a different stuff, or it will be a different scenario. But when we say the person is computer literate, the person is having a knowledge about computers. The person who is efficient in the technologies and knows that how to use the computers. Then thereafter we have obsolete. One word we know is absolute. This word is different. So obsolete, oblique, outdated. So meaning is quite clear here. Obsolete means something which is not in fashion, something which is outdated, something which is archaic, something which is bygone now. So obsolete is no longer used because something newer exists. If there is a newer version of something and the older version would be called as obsolete. Now, using such kind of computers is obsolete because we have laptops, we have tabs, we have different other gadgets which can actually work efficiently and in a better way. Then we have the term gadget. So, what does it stand for? Gadget, we know that the equipment or the appliance or the device or the hardware that actually you know helps us to know lots of technological things. So that is there. Any gadget can be like a tab, or can be a mobile, or can be anything which actually helps to reduce the pressure on the person's mind. So that would be it's not something like all those technological gadgets I'm talking about. So then there is a term called e-commerce. What actually it stands for? Commerce means business. E-commerce, electronic business. So activities that related to the buying and the selling of the goods and the services over the internet. So that's electronic. When the things are being sold and bought over the internet, then the term to be used in such scenario would be e-commerce. Then there is a term called social media. There is a very beautiful term called social media. Everybody know about that. Everybody knows that. So the forms of the electronic communication through which the users create online communities to share information, like creating groups, so creating different classes into the into the different platforms, LinkedIn, the professional one, like all such things are social media. So when you are actually getting your ideas shared with the people, you're getting the feedback in return in the forms of the comments and the statements by the people, then you're using the social media. So the term is quite clear. Social is from society, and the media, we know that what media is. Media is a way of communication, the information. It can be in the form of the newspaper. It can be in the form of the mail. It can be in the form of anything. So social media, here we are talking about those particular applications which are actually used to connect with each other. So that's social media. Then thereafter we have the term called blogs. So what actually blog is, we know that the website on which someone writes about the personal opinions. The It can be biased opinions, it can be unbiased one. That depends upon the person who is making the blog. So the person can write about the experience, like the person having the personal experience about something, then the person can write about that too. Now thereafter, like there is a term called viral. This thing has gone viral. We usually hear this term. So it's a viral content or something which is has gone viral, quickly and widely circulated from one internet user to another, is a viral video. Then there is a term called like to browse. We know that we browse on a browser. Like for example, we have Google Chrome. So that's a browser. If we are browsing something on that, that is, you know, that's act of using that browser. So that's there. Now there are some other terms too. Like let's read them. Only few are left. First one is like again the next one is sorry is to download. Everybody know that what is to download. Download obviously putting the load down onto the thing like in which we are loading it. Download. So very clear term. Down the whole load into the particular place. Sorry, onto the particular place. So when you are downloading something is you have picked something and you are putting it down. So that is download. To move or copy a file program from usually larger computer system to another computer or device. That is to download. Okay. Then thereafter we have the term called connection. So connection in case of technology would be the state when the two things or two devices are connected through the internet or the network. That is connection. Next term is cyber. We have heard this term in the form of cyberbullying. So something which are related to or involving computers or the computer networks, that would be cyber. Something which is related to the computers or to the internet would be cybers. Remember that. And then the third last word of the day is privacy. Any person who feels my privacy is my main concern and it is actually getting demolished or getting mutilated by the people, the person can speak up. So, is the ability of an individual, group, or anybody to exclude themselves or find or the information about themselves and thereby express themselves selectively. Next is applications. Is a computer program designed to perform a group of coordinate functions. It can be anything, any kind of software. So it all depends upon like activities that have been done by using the applications. So which applications are we talking about? And then the last word of the day is software. What exactly software is? Software, like something which is quite soft and cannot be touched. Like same something is the programs that run on the computer. We can see that the program is getting done, but we can't touch it. So performs or functions. So all depends on that. So I I guess this is it for this particular class. For now, I have to actually leave and sleep a little bit more so that I can be again energetic to actually do something beneficial for others. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.